So it's 11:30 a.m. on the 3rd of October, and I've eaten breakfast and uploaded some videos to YouTube and handled some paperwork, and now I have to go find the cat so that we can check out by noon. And then I'll be hitting the road again, and we're looking at like a 20-hour drive based on the speed that we were going yesterday. Fun. So we might end up staying in another hotel. See how that goes. But yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, this stinker just took me over an hour, about an hour, to get her out from underneath the bed. She tangled herself in her harness, and then she was just clawing for dear life to the carpet, and it was like a queen size bed. I just realized I'm bleeding. It was a queen size bed or king size bed, I don't know. I couldn't reach all the way across, so she was like in the middle enough to where I could not reach, so I went and I like grabbed a freaking broom out of one of the like maid's carts. Like they had like walked around the corner. I went and I grabbed the broom real fast, and I like went in there, and it still took me like another like 15 minutes to get her out of the freaking bed. I was supposed to have what's it called, checked out at noon, but checked out a little bit late. They didn't charge me extra, so that was nice of them. Checked everything out in my cars. The fluids are good, tires look good, the straps are still intact, and I just need to pick up gas and get some coffee, and I'll be back on the road. Finally, I've noticed the gas pump handles are shaped weird here, and the prices are starting to look cheaper. Not too bad. I just stopped and pulled over on a random stop so that I could pick some flowers, because I'm like, whoa, I thought I saw a bee, because I'm a dork. The freeway was just lined with these gorgeous like sunflowery flowers, and I couldn't resist. Look how gorgeous this guy is. Okay, update. This has been quite the adventure. I don't remember what I recorded last. Oh, okay. So, Arizona was gorgeous, like just absolutely stunning. But because of all of the stuff I have on top of my car, I have to go really slow. So I did not make good time today. I have this weird angle because my phone was dying, and so it's like hooked up to the charger, and yeah, so this is what I did. So it's getting late, and there was actually a gorgeous lightning storm, which I did not realize that lightning storms were different other places. So this is exciting. Like in San Diego, like all of the lightning storms that I've experienced before were always like thunder and lightning. Like it would be raining, and like you would see like lightning strikes like off in the distance. It's cool, but it's kind of like loud and like a little unnerving, and like not really something you want to be like driving in, right? Well, this was like completely different. So I look over, and like I could already tell like the clouds kind of seemed like they were like heavy on the bottom, like they were rain cloud, like they were potentially rain clouds, but not like normal rain clouds. and I look over and like everything's flat, so like you can see like off in the distance there was this section that like looked misty underneath, and I was like, oh my gosh, is that like what the rain looks like from this far away? Like what is that? Like this like wall of clouds, and like underneath were like this like stream of almost like a sheer lacy kind of, at least it's not the word I'm looking for, but like a curtain underneath it. And then all of a sudden it just started like lighting up, like the whole clouds. Like there was, I couldn't really tell where the lightning was coming from, and it wasn't going to the ground. Like the lightning was in the sky still. Like it wasn't like just shooting to the ground and then done. It was like the sky lit up. It was gorgeous. I tried to get like some footage of it, but I ended up I think only getting footage of like an actual lightning strike because I was driving and I didn't want to like have my camera out, and that's dangerous. But eventually, like this was like adjacent, right? But eventually the freeway turned into it, and I was going through the storm, and like the sun was going down. You could see like these gorgeous like pinks and purples behind me between the clouds, and like then it was just like this like dark purple, and it was like lighting up. It was epic. And I ended up calling my friend and I was like, so lightning storms are different here? Should I be worried that I'm driving through one? She actually didn't get back to me until way later. But because this was in like New Mexico, because there was like that moisture change in the air, and because it was a storm, it was windy, it made driving a lot harder. And like pretty soon, within like an hour or so after I started driving through the storm, which this was a long storm, I started having like trouble like controlling the car. And whenever like a car would drive by, even if it wasn't a big rig or a semi, it would make the rack on the top of the roof like sway up and down, so it would like start hitting the roof and like creaking everything. But it would also make it hard for me to control the car. So I ended up like going really slow, like 40 miles an hour, and this is like the freeways here are like 75 miles an hour, okay? So just to give you like perspective how like pissed off everybody was and how fast they were like speeding by me. So I went really slow, and I like texted my friend and I was like, so something's wrong with the roof, like I'm just trying to make it to the next town, and you know it's country, so like it took a while. She's still really anxious. She hates me right now because she's scared, because you know she's officially freaked out. But she's really quiet today, which made me a little bit concerned, but she did also eat, so that was a relief. But I pulled off to the nearest like actual town, not just a truck stop or a shady Motel 8 or whatever. And like got food, checked on Pepper, and like checked on the roof. And like when I got out, I could tell like for certain that it was largely impacted by the wind, because when you're on the freeway it's dark, and it was dark by then, and when you're on the freeway it's like you're driving by, you can't necessarily tell if the bushes or the trees are blowing because of the wind or because of the freeway. It like almost blew my door off when I like was opening the car. Yeah, it was really, really windy, so I like kind of waited out the window a little bit, got a hold of my friend finally, and was like, decided I'm just gonna stay another night in a hotel and then finish the trip tomorrow, which I'm supposed to actually move into my apartment tomorrow, so hopefully I have all of my like paperwork and stuff in order. But that'll mean I won't have to stay the night at my friend's house, and like I can just unpack and Pepper can actually acclimate. She doesn't have to go through a whole nother day of like staying in a new place. My friend has animals, and like Pepper doesn't play well with other animals, so like that would be a relief of stress for her. So my friend helped me book this room, and I don't have clean clothes. So let's make this point. I don't have clean clothes because I was expecting to leave on Tuesday, and then I was expecting to arrive within like 24 hours, potentially stay one night and then arrive the morning like the next day. But I didn't realize how slow I was gonna have to drive, and I also didn't really think about the fact that the freeways have such a higher speed limit here. So like the max that I can go when it's not windy is like 60 miles an hour, but the low end is like 50. Every hour I'm gaining 15 to 25, or I'm behind 15 to 25 miles every hour. And then if I stop to use the restroom or get gas or anything like that, then that just adds to it. Or construction. I wish there was construction on my way here, because apparently the 8 and the 10 freeways just have construction in any of the major cities that just have construction. Why? I don't know. I never noticed there being construction on freeways very often back home, but whatever, it is what it is. I just realized that one of the dresser has like missing knobs. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. So all my clothes are like packed. I was expecting to be able to like unpack to wear clothes by today. So I wasn't expecting to be on the road this long. So that being said, I'm wearing the same clothes as I wore yesterday, and I'm staying another night, which means that I have no clean clothes for tomorrow. So when I was booking the room, I was looking for a place that has a washer and a dryer so that I can like do my laundry and have clean clothes when I go to fill out my paperwork and stuff tomorrow. A lot of the like nicer looking rooms, or what are they called, hotels, they didn't have a laundry service. So we ended up going with a Super 8, which, you know, could be a hit or miss. I don't know. Let me put it this way. You think that I'm adulting and like booking hotels all by myself like a proper grown-up, but no, I'm not. I've never done that before. My friend is booking it for me, and then I'm just checking in and pretending like I'm a grown-up. She was like, it's like a hit or miss kind of a thing with a Super 8, but it is in a nice area, and there's like a nice shopping mall across the way, so you know, potentially it's a nicer place. Well, I get here, and because of the complications with the last room, with the previous place, I just had this funny feeling. So before I unpacked anything or like bothered to shift Pepper around, I checked the room, and lo and behold, it looked like either someone had just left, no one had come and cleaned it, or like someone was literally about to walk out of the bathroom. I didn't want to take the chance, so I just left. But there was like bedding on the floor, the bedding was like pulled all the way down, there were cigarettes in the ashtray still, the TV was on, the bathroom lights and everything were on. I didn't see any belongings, but it looked like someone could potentially still be there. I just realized that they didn't provide me any towels in this room. So I go back into the lobby and I'm like, is there a mistake? Like perhaps like we got double booked, like that this is not acceptable. So she switched the room to literally the door right next to it, and I can still hear the TV on. So I don't know if like maybe they have someone staying there off the books or something, but I can still hear the TV on, because these walls are paper thin. Also, apparently this is like a smoking room, which doesn't do me any good. It makes it not smell good, but also, I mean, it was a cheap room, and this is like an extra expense that I wasn't planning, so you know, whatever. But like the other place had a carpet, but I was fine like walking around on the carpet, and like I had to like crawl underneath the bed to get Pepper out earlier today, and I was fine with that. This has hardwood floor, but I do not want to even put my feet on the ground. Like the walls are dirty. You can like see dirt on the walls, and like the bed creaks, and like I don't know if you can see the roof, but there's like water warps on the roof. Okay, my phone ran out of storage, so I had to delete some stuff. So I better make this quick. But anyway, I was saying that I put all my stuff like on the cupboard, because I don't want to put anything on the floor, and I tore off the bedding. Oh look, there's a fly in here, lovely. For both beds, because I wanted to make sure there were not any bed bugs. And then I just put down my own blanket that I want to sleep on top of, and I'm not going to use their freaking pillows. I'm going to use my hoodie as a pillow. And then I'm going to have to try and figure out how to get cash to do my laundry, because apparently their laundry unit only takes quarters. And when I was like, oh, I don't have any cash, the lady couldn't give me any kind of suggestions of like, oh, well, you can get cash back like doing this thing, or no, she wasn't very unhelpful. Anywho, that is that. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. I still have another like 500 miles to drive tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get an early start. And yeah, definitely gonna be in a hurry to get out of here.